crazy, man. PBC giving niggas with knockout losses title shots. You know what I'm saying? You get a knockout loss, guess what? You get a title shot your next fight, guaranteed. Join the PBC. I mean, it's crazy the type of opportunities these guys get for joining the PBC just because they're affiliated with Al Heyman. They can get opportunities like nobody else because of who they are affiliated with. Like, where do you do that at? Like, you get a knockout loss, you get a title shot. Fondura just upset the apple cart with beating by split decision Tim Tszyu. Ugly bloodbath fight, you know, because Tim Tszyu had a major gash on the top of his head due to an elbow. You know, because, you know, Fondura got these long ass lengthy arms, and then his elbows are super sharp because he has a slender build. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, including myself, I agree the fight should have been stopped and ruled a no contest. But, you know, they wanted to continue the show because it is the headliner. It's the, you know, headliner, and it's on pay-per-view. So they wanted to let it continue. But nonetheless, man, that was a knockout loss. Fondura got knocked out and wins the title his next fight. It's crazy. The type of opportunities these guys get at PBC, man, it amazes me, man. But, you know, shout out to Fondura. You won, even though you beat a guy who was basically handicapped from the second round on because, you know, the guy couldn't see. We were fighting a blind man for 10 rounds when he got cut, you know. So it is what it is, man. You won. You beat a blind man in Tim Tszyu. And as far as Tim Tszyu, you know, he still has many of opportunities, man. I don't even think this is a loss with an asterisk, really. Because again, this guy, the first 2 rounds, he was dictating the pace. He was pretty much dominating the fight. And all Fondura was really doing was jabbing, trying to get away from Tim Tszyu, just jabbing and just being more active in keeping his jab, you know, on Tim Tszyu. But the devastating punches, the more meaningful punches, were coming from Tim Tszyu. And when he was throwing those punches, they were throwing in mean intentions, and also he was hurting Fondura in the process as well. The long ass arms don't mean shit with Fondura. He don't fight his height. He fights like a small man. You know, and he was fighting out of character too, because, you know, he's not really a jabber like that. He don't really jab people. He don't use his height or his reach. He likes to fight inside. You know, he likes to fight mid-range to inside. That's what he likes to do. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Fondura won. You know, he has opportunities to potentially face another in-house PBC fighter, which, again, they're able to get away with this shit because he's a PBC in-house fighter. A guy who just received a knockout loss as an Errol Spence chops in the ring to challenge Fondura for his next fight. In the ring, right? And he was welcomed with open arms because guess what? He's PBC family. Even Leonard Ellerby said, you know, in the interview that based off the conditions from a business perspective of boxing, who do you think would fight the winner of Tim Tszyu versus Fondura next? Errol Spence or Terence Bud Crawford? He said Errol Spence because he's family. So when you're family, aka PBC, you get what you want regardless of you lost or not. You're gonna get an opportunity, a great opportunity. So it's just, hey man, that's a part of the game with PBC. Guys with knockout losses get a shot before legitimate fighters with championships, with legacy resumes like Terence Bud Crawford, man. Like, this guy is the actual mandatory. He put in to be the mandatory to fight the winner of Tszyu versus Fondura, but yet Errol Spence gets to supersede that because he's PBC family. You know, can't make this shit up, man. You know, can't make this shit up. You know, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. If Fondura is going to fight Errol Spence, but if he does fight Errol Spence next, that means he has to drop his strap. He has to drop his strap the WBO strap, which is the title he won. He has to drop that title and fight Errol Spence. So, I mean, it is the easier fight. It's the easier fight to make because they're on the same side of the street. Terence Crawford is still an independent fighter. He's not signed to anybody. He's still independent. So we'll see what happens, man. It might just be Errol Spence next at Cowboy Stadium. That's what they want. You know, they want him to fight at Cowboy Stadium. And he has a big fan base where, you know, he can do that. He can fight at Cowboy Stadium. You know, I guarantee you, man, if Errol Spence won against Terence Crawford, there would have already been Errol Spence versus Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? And I can see it happening at Dallas Stadium. That's what they wanted. You know, it's unfortunate what happened. That, you know, obviously Errol Spence got dominated, but, you know, Errol Spence is from a big town. He's from Dallas. You know, Dallas, Texas, home of the Cowboys. From a big city. So when you got a fighter like Terence Bud Crawford, who's from a small town, Omaha, Nebraska, you know, yeah, it's a big difference, man, when it comes to fan base and the city that you're from. So what I'm saying is it's more aesthetically pleasing to not only have Errol Spence in your resume, but actually fight in his hometown, Dallas, Texas, at the Cowboy Stadium. You know, just it's more aesthetically pleasing because of how big the city is, you know, and the fanfare. So, but anyway, those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below, man, about this whole Errol Spence PBC debacle and PBC allowing guys with knockout losses to get title shots. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, family. Until next time, signing out. Peace.